following up on a lead given to me by Leon has brought me here.
Wait, who's this? I'm liking the music though.
Don't worry, Claire. I'm coming to save you.
I can barely hear him. He said Claire. I'm guessing Chris? Also, I recognize that roar. I'm guessing that's the worm? I'm coming for you. Chris! That's Chris! He looks like any basic looking white character in any action game. Hey, I got the knife! That's baby Chris, yeah. That's any-
I didn't expect to find another living person left on this island. Who are you?
I came here looking for a certain girl.
A girl?
Have you seen anyone named Claire Redfield?
Did you just say Claire?
You know who she is, don't you?
Don't worry about her. I helped her escape. Several planes took off from this island not long ago. While I can't say for certain, she was probably on one of them.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my sister owes you. Thanks for helping her.
Everyone's gone. I may be the only other person left. Go on. Follow your sister and get off this island.
This poor Carlos. He's just sitting and lying around and holding his belly. Okay. He's not lying around and holding his belly. Oh, I must save him. Okay, he's not dead. Oh, okay, I guess. Dedicate a light on my red hand. Seems I can put the stone lid down. Oh. 2 submachine guns are placed here. How can I save him? Grave. Maria Raval rests here. Ho 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 ho. We suddenly got transitioned to this military training facility. So we're back here as a different character. Equip. How do I use this knife? Okay, that's a good kind of range, I guess. We'll see. Oh, there's a box. Flashlight? Okay. Bow and arrows? Oh, I thought that was flashlight, okay. Mm-hmm. Ah. What's left of my items can be transferred back to him. Sure. Oh, let me pick it. Let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. Does this mean I can kill the worm now? Or I cannot kill it? Oh, oh, ow, ow, ow. Ow. Oh. Equip, sure. And combine. Fully loaded, okay. Oh. Okay, I'll waste some time. And try. Whoop. Whoopsie. I don't know. Can I kill it? Whoopsie. Oh! It killed me! It killed me! It killed me! Oh. I don't know, I shot it a lot of times. Maybe I can't. I'm just gonna ignore the worm. No! Whoopsie. Oh no. Okay, 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 okay. Yes, yes, yes. Switch, I call the elevator. Okay. No, no. Don't. No, no. I'm gonna keep taking damage. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. That took a while. Huh. Don't you owe me? I'm in danger. I gotta spray. I should mess around with the knife. Why not? Whoa, they could spit at me. What the fuck? Oh my god. Since when do they spit at me? Am I supposed to go there? Wait, what kind of progress do I have to go? Do I have to make in here? There is a puzzle involving the tank in here. I do remember saying that I missed out on it. Do I have to do it now as Chris? The dog's here. It's kind of moved out of the whole tank. There's a button. Push the button. Okay. A. Right. I'm getting something. I hope I'm going the right way. But I hope I'm not missing out on anything by coming here. What is this? Manhole. Events. Oh. Blue herb. I'm being given a lot of blue herbs. I'm not comfortable. Shotgun shells. I've been waiting for some shotgun shells. No. Can I get an item box? Game? Why are you giving me what I want so easily? I don't like this generosity. It's an herb. I see ammo. I see grenade rounds. I see more herbs. Acid rounds. I don't need to use this now, so this is like it. Oh. Shotgun shells. What is this? Open drawer? What do you mean, which one? I'm going for the red first, of course. Blue. Brown. Green. Brown. Lava burns first. Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. Why didn't I do that? Oh, no, I messed up. Red. Green. Blue. Ah. Here we go. Ooh. God damn it. Alright, fine. Luger. I need to go back to the very start area. Because there were some weapons. I believe submachine gun. Try to go there real quick and see. Though I have a feeling it's not worth it. Because the hint was something like put some light in the mug, in the cup or something like that. Battery pack. A relief in the shape of the eagle plate. I need a halberd key. I remember the cutscene. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Ah! Stop it! Yeah! No. No. Hey! Yeah. I'm not doing that. Nope. Spiders. Get away. Get away, spiders. Is it here? Nope. No. Let me try and go back. I want to read the hint. You need the lighter for... Ah! So I can kill the worm. Oh, no, don't kill me! Oh, I guess I saved. Okay, I have a question. It's pointless to go back there because you need the lighter for it. You didn't kill the worm to save Rodrigo for him to give you the lighter that Claire gave to him. It's only at the beginning, baby. So basically, the worm already digested him. So, is there a point to save Rodrigo? Because he seems to be getting into trouble a lot. And he's always just like sitting there. He's sitting there. He feels like a side story to help him. Oh, the spiders poison you. That's why you could use the herbs. Ah, okay, I see. Also, Chris has some good cake as well. I can see the good cake runs to the family. Though you can't really see it from the side. Let's see. Let me see my inventory. Battery pack. I can inspect it. Large capacity battery pack. This must be used to operate a big machine. Big machine. Big machine. I'll just explore around until something pops up in my mind. Oh, fuck, stop doing this again! Why do I keep... Ugh. I just experienced this again! Come on, go. I am bad with horror games. Even though I played so many. Do I? Oh. This door is blocked. I can't go through it. I can't open this door, so I have to go through this. Oh, interesting. So the map is just blocked for me. Ah. So I can't explore the area like Claire did. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not using the knife. Alright, combine. Let's free up some space. Battery pack. Is there an item in this room that needed a battery pack? Maybe this thing in here? Oh yeah, this one. Oh yeah. Shh, get away. I remembered. Yeah, here you go. Come on. Yeah, please. Wait, before I go. I have a lot of ammo. That's nice. But not too nice, because I think... Where am... Oh, I think I can access the item box in this floor. Here. Oh.
Who is that?
Is this now really Alexia?
Alexia? No! She's already fully awake.
Who are you? Oh.
Chris, oh little fishy, come see my hook.
Chris, I'm sending some company to keep you entertained.
Wesker.
Consider this a small welcoming gift from me. Enjoy.
Yo! We're getting some more monsters. We're getting some more disgusting monsters. We're not seeing the salamander. I really like that one. For any new... Oh, we couldn't see the presentation of that one. It was pretty fun. Okay. They're really showing me where to go. Okay, I want to save the game first, please. Can I do that? Oh, yo, get away. Ah, fire. Ah, so many of you. Where are you? Get away. What is that? You can carry more items. Yeah. You get away. Let me shoot you in. No. Oh my god. Die already! Oh my god! Oh my god, thank you for that explosion. Where am I? I need to save the fucking game. It's not letting me. The map layout completely changed. Okay, fine. But at least we got more storage. Yay! Yay! Wait, where am I? Where am I? I'm trying to go back up. Okay. Oh, here we go. I cannot see. The eagle plate has flown into the sewer. There seems to be a passage below. Where am I? Walk here. To the front? Was I going the right way then? Uh-huh. So I was going the right way earlier. Okay. So I need to figure out a way down. A way down towards the sewers. Can it work? Oh, I think this is a... Wait. This is a dead end. So maybe... this can be opened. This is a... yeah. The doorknob has always been missing. This has nothing here. Ow. Sorry. Let me see. Oh, the elevator. Oh, okay. The elevator. From before the cutscene. This Over here. Like, I've been going back and forth here for a while. I can just go back over here. And the basement here connects to the sewers. Here. I know, I remember always saying that this this always looked like a staircase that connected somewhere. Hey! Shotgun, you don't even need to say yes or no. No, 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 no. Fine. Play more rounds. You're giving me a lot of stuff. Fine. Fine. Are you giving me an item box? To dump it all on? Wait. Wait. This looks like progress before a boss fight. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that just yet, but... Oh, no, 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 no going into water. No going into water yet. Okay. That looks like progress. No, that looks like progress. I'm gonna explore here in dry lands first. I do not like big capsule pipes that you cannot see what's inside. Especially in a Resident Evil game. Especially when there's one that's missing. Just you go for panel for the capsule. Push the switch. Yes, of course. Push the switch. Why not? T. This is the T-virus. This is the Mr. X capsule. This is the Mr. X capsule. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I fucked myself over. Oh. A doorknob. Oh my. I know what this is for. But I need the... I don't have... Yeah, picked up too many items. Why did I have to pick up too many items? Where's the closest... Don't you dare tell me that the closest... Where is the fucking closest item box? Oh. Oh. Oh, hello, 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 hello. I cannot pick up any more items. Climb the ladder. Ooh. I see. I see where I end up. Alright, that's a handy shortcut. I like it. And here we go. Let's go. Quick, 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 quick. Quick, 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 quick. Quick! Oh! uh. Pick the red herb. And the other red herb. And Icona. Yeah, to be honest, I kind of wanna. Yeah, I don't wanna bother with this guy. I wanna get rid of them. Is he dead? Oh, he floats. Nice. Interesting. There be some hidden items. An identified monster came out through this. What do you mean identified monster? Okay, where were we? Goddamn, Chris, you got some nice cake. Okay, I'm sorry. But he really does have a nice... He does have a nice butt. And I'm looking respectfully. Very, very respectfully. No comment. No comment. No comment. Alright. You only have to pick up the doorknob, yeah? God damn, this throughout this whole game, we've been teased. Wait. We've been teased with this doorknob. AK-49. Oh! I remember you! There was an upgrade! Handgun! There was an upgrade, hang on. That was driving me crazy. That was not for Claire, it was for him. It was here. All along. It was for you. Chris? I remember. What is this? What is this gas? Oh yeah, la, 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 la. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I guess I cannot go further. I got always excited by remembering that though. Door up. I knew it. Here's the boss. Here's the boss. Here's the boss. Boss, boss, boss. Boss, boss. Oh. Wait. Oh, yeah. I think I remember you. From a different... Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Why do I have these guns? Get this. Come on, shoot! Shoot! How did I die? I just healed. Oh my god. How much damage are they dealing? Okay. Was that a cutscene just to introduce a new monster and not it was not a boss fight? Was I just supposed to run away? Try to pick up the thingy and just run. But they kind of cornered me, that's why I had to fight. Alright. Take a deep breath. Get ready. And run. Round 2. Fight. Come on, I'm ready for you. Yeah. Run, 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 run! Yeah! Ah. Alright. Running tactic did not work. I want to position myself like this so that once I get up, I can just aim straight away at the bastards. Oh, wait. I can do it. I need to do it like this. Here we go. I won't have to rotate when and then I start running. Because that's the thing that happens with tank controls. Here we go. There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, no, 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 I don't want. I was pressing the button to heal. Ah, I was too close. I got one of them! 2! Heal after 1 hit. We're healing after 1 hit. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. No, wrong button, wrong button. Oh, 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 oh. Wait. I'm at caution. I'm fine. Oh, 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 oh. Danger. Use. Use. Come on. No, 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 don't heal. Ah, I want the combine. Come on, run, run, run. I beat them! We won! I did it! Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. It took too long. GG. Yes. Yes. Good job, Chris. First try. Ugh, look at this, guys. Do you think we'll be able to finish the game tonight? Don't! Oh my god. Ew. Oh, oh, oh. No! Call the lift! No! Don't do that. No, 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 no. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, so I'll have to kill this dude. We are now, for some reason, playing as the brother. And we don't know. Like, why are we even here? We're not here just to suffer, of course. Like, what's the purpose of us being in this place? Like, what got them to come into this place? Alright. I'll have to let go of my shotgun here. But I have my handgun. And I'm guessing... First floor, second floor. The second floor is where the knobless door is. Ha 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 ha. Where are we? The knobless door is on this other side. Can I circle around? I can. Come on. Come on! Okay, I got an herb. An herb, please, please pick it up. Herb. Another herb. Please, please give me an herb. Please. Yeah. Oh, good, good, good. I do not want to take any damage from dumb attacks. Am I good? Over here? There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Do not. I think these are the ones that summon the lizard thingies. I need to be as far away. Oh no, I do not have my shotgun, so I need... No, no, don't do this to me. There must have been removed from a door somewhere. Huh? What do you mean? Use it now. I repositioned. There we go. Please open the door. Finally. I know where to go. I was just talking about the puzzle in that room with the paintings. I need to go there now.